Good morning children. Are you ready for today's class? I am very glad to meet you on this Monday. Today let us begin with a new chapter which is chapter 9, Construction of Triangles. So now let's discuss what is a triangle. Now you just identify which one is a triangle. Which is a triangle? A or B? Okay, very good. B is a triangle. Why do you think B is a triangle? Okay, by this time you should have completed telling the definition. A triangle is a simple closed figure made of 3 line segments. Okay, it is a closed figure. Here you have 3 line segments, but it is an open figure. A simple closed figure which has 3 line segments is called a triangle. So previously chapter 5 we were discussing about the types of triangles. How many types of triangles are there? Very good. So based on the angles and based on the sides you have 3 triangles each. So you know that this is one side, side 1, side 2 and this is side 3. This is angle 1, angle 2 and angle 3. So based on the sides there are 3 types of triangles and based on the angles you have 3 types of angles. Let us discuss based on the sides. When all the sides are equal, that sort of triangle is called an equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle. Why is it called an equilateral triangle? Because all sides are equal, then it is called an equilateral triangle. When 2 sides are equal, what do you call that triangle? It is called as an isosceles triangle. What is it called? Isosceles triangle. And the third type of a triangle in this is where no side is equal to the other. That is 3 different sides and 3 different measurements. So that sort of triangle is called a scalene triangle. What is it called? It's a scalene triangle. So this is all based on the lengths of the sides. Understood this? So children, based on the angles, you have 3 types of triangles. The first one is acute angled triangle. What is an acute angle? Very good. An angle which is less than 90 degrees is called an acute angle. Less than 90 degrees, it is an acute angle. And so if all the angles are less than 90 degrees, it is called as an acute angled triangle. Acute angled triangle. Okay. Now next, if one angle is obtuse angle, then that triangle is called as an obtuse angled triangle. What is an obtuse angle? Very good. The angle which is more than 90, the angle formed here is the more than 90 angle and it is an obtuse angle. So the triangle that is formed is an obtuse angled triangle. Okay, so acute angle is something like this, and obtuse angle, the 2 adjacent angles is wide. Then it is an obtuse angle. Then you come across a third type, which is a right angled triangle, which means one angle is equal to 90 degrees. When one angle is 90 degrees, the angle formed here is 90. So this type of a triangle is called a right angled triangle. Right angled triangle. Right angled triangle. So equilateral triangle, all sides are equal. Isosceles triangle, two sides are equal. Scalene triangle, all are different. Understood this part? This we are discussing because when they ask you to construct triangles, they are going, after constructing the triangle, they will ask which type of triangle is it. So according to the measurements and according to the figure, you have to identify, is it a right angle triangle, obtuse angle triangle, or the acute angle triangle, or even you have to decide whether it is an equilateral triangle, isosceles triangle, or a scalene triangle. Understood till here, children? Okay, now let's move on to the next part of constructing triangles. So now let's discuss about the elements of a triangle. How many elements are there in a triangle? Exactly right. 6 elements are there for a triangle. What are those 6 elements? Very good. 3 sides and 3 angles. 3 sides and 3 angles. 3 plus 3 is 6. Very good. Now you know that 3 sides and 3 angles are there for a triangle. And it is not necessary for you to know all the 3 sides and all the 3 angles to construct a triangle. Okay? If you know some details, you will be able to construct a triangle. So let us see what are the conditions to construct a triangle. The first one is, if you know the 3 sides of a triangle, you can finish drawing a triangle. The first one is triangle short form and writing. 3 sides of a triangle are given, you can construct a triangle. The second one is, if you know 2 sides and one included angle. That is, if this is a triangle, here all 3 sides are given, the measurements, for example, this is A, this is B and C. If you know A, B, C, you can construct a triangle. But coming here, if you know this is A and this is B, the included angle, what is an included angle? Something which is in between. Okay? So here if you know this angle, A side, the length of A length is given, B length is given, and the included angle here it is given. Then you can construct a triangle. Now let us see the third condition, wherein you know 2 angles and one included side. Okay, so here if you know the length of one side, say it is C, if they give you to draw 45 degrees and 90 degrees angle, and then they give the included side, for example 45 degrees I have constructed, and then 90 degrees. Using your protractor you can draw the lines, and then whichever point they are meeting. Here this side already it is given in the question. So this forms a triangle. And there is a fourth condition where how to construct a triangle. The last condition is, if you know the hypotenuse. What is a hypotenuse? When you have a right angled triangle, the longest side is called the hypotenuse of the triangle. So here the hypotenuse, and if you know the hypotenuse and adjacent side, okay, so you know the measurement of this, the length of this, you know, this is the adjacent side, and then you know the hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is the this length. The longest side, if you know, this is the hypotenuse, and when you draw the 90 degrees measuring with your protractor, this is a triangle which is formed. Understood these things, children? These are the basics that you should know before we begin this chapter. Clear with the concept? Let's do exercise 1, first problem. Construct triangle ABC in which AB is equal to 5.5 centimeters, BC is equal to 6.5 centimeters, and CA is equal to 7.5 centimeters. This is the question which is given in the textbook, and now because this is the first problem, I am going to explain to you in detail so that you will be able to understand very clearly. Okay, so the first step, there will be some steps that we have to follow when we construct a triangle. The first step is you have to draw a rough sketch of the triangle. You need to just guess and take the measurements and label the measurements to that rough figure. The first thing is AB, BC and CA are given. You can take the base AB or BC or CA. Anything you can take. There is no problem. For any question, whatever measurements they are giving, you can take any side as the base. For this problem, I am going to take AB as the base. Okay? So let's draw the rough figure. So this is going to be 5.5 centimeters roughly. So this is A, line segment A, and this is line segment B. Now BC. So from B to C, it is 6.5. 6.5. So I am just going to draw like this. This is 6.5 centimeters. Because I know that the longest side is TA. So here A is there and this length has to be greater than this side. So is it greater? Yes, it's a bit greater. So this is the rough figure that we have constructed. So let's write what we have done. Step 1. Draw a rough sketch. Draw a rough sketch of triangle ABC and label it with the measurements with the given measurements. With the given measurements. Now, first when we were drawing the rough sketch, we have taken the base first. We have drawn the base first. So, step 2. Step 2, what we are going to do is draw a line segment. Draw a line segment AB of length 5.5 centimeters. 5.5 centimeters. How will you draw? Use your scale when you are drawing the line segment. So here 0 it is starting, and you know that here a point is there. This is 0.5 and this is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. The long one is the 1 measurement. In your scales, the measurements are clearly given. You can even see 1, 2 and all that. But here for my scale it is not given, but I am showing you the way you have to do. Here 5 is there and the next longest line you know that it is 6. So in between 5 and 6 you are going to have 0.5, which is 5.5. So the second step what we are going to do is draw a line segment. Draw a line segment from 0 to 5.5 and this is 5.5. Okay, 5.5 centimeters AB I have drawn. Now let us see what we have to do. Now 7.5 centimeters is from A. So now what you are going to do is you have to take your compass. Are you able to see my compass? Yes, this is my compass and here I have to keep my chalk. So you have your compass. Please use your compass to draw. So here use your pencil and keep it inside. And see that when you keep it on a flat base, this is my flat base, and when I keep it on a flat base, the divider, this part and your pencil should be of same length. Okay, now my chalk is of proper length, so I am tightening this part. So I have tightened this. Now they have given you the next measurement, which is 7.5 centimeters correctly. I will send you one more video I am going to send where I will draw on a paper and show you so that you will not be confused at all. This is the easiest part. Only thing is your pencils should be really very sharp. If your pencils are not sharpened, the figures will not be accurate. Okay? So now use your compass and now measure the length. So use your scale and measure the length. So here 7.5 I am going to take. So fix your compass like this and then you need to draw an arc. Arc is only some part of the circle. Okay, so we have drawn the arc. So now here the length is given as 6.5. So use your scale, measure the length is 6.5 and then use your compass, keep it at the point and then draw an arc. Okay, so you can see that both the arcs are meeting at a point. Mark that point. Now use your scale and join the lines. Okay, so this CA I have to join and BA I need to join. Sorry, BC, CB I have joined. So here the length is 7.5 centimeters and this side the length is 6.5 centimeters. We finished constructing the triangle. Now how we have constructed, I am just going to write the steps. You have to complete it in your classwork. Let's look at the steps. Step 3, what did we do? With the center A, we have drawn an arc of radius 7.5 centimeters. That is what we have written here. Next, step 4. We know that since C is at a distance of 6.5, according to the rough figure, when you see, you know that C is at a distance of 6.5 centimeters from B. So draw another arc from B with radius 6.5 centimeters such that it intersects first arc at C. First arc it has to cut. Somewhere if you draw it's not enough. Both the arcs should cut each other so that you get a point over there. Okay.